Hey everyone, my name is Shaunese, and I think this is like my first video that I'm coming on here talking to you guys. I wanted to address something that I feel like isn't addressed enough. So yeah, don't mind me. I'm like looking really ratchet right now. I'm actually technically at work. I'm a school bus driver, if you didn't know, and I ended up on this Saturday taking the track team to a track meet. So I just have a little time to kill, so I figured why not come on here and make this video. So yeah, if you don't know, here's a little background about myself. Like I said, my name is Shaunese. I'm 28 years old. I have 5 children, ages 10, 7, 6, 3, and 9 months old. I was recently divorced about a little over a year now. So yeah, and I take care of my mom. I work full time. I'm doing it all. And with that being said, I'm having a really hard time. My depression has gotten so bad, and I've struggled with depression over the years, all throughout my marriage. I was depressed, and I thought that maybe getting divorced, a little insight, my husband, he cheated on me the whole relationship, so I feel like being cheated on and not being with somebody who really wants to be with you, that's depressing in itself. So once I really found my worth and knew that I was fed up, I was done, I wanted to be treated better, I decided to get a divorce, leave, move on. I found somebody else, and I thought that with that things would get better, and it almost made it seem like, I don't want to say it got worse, but I don't know what I'm lacking, what I'm missing. Especially after the birth of my last child, which is not by my ex-husband, it's actually by another man that I was dating shortly after I got out of my relationship with my ex-husband. Ended up getting pregnant, and me and her dad are still good and close. We talk, we're together, but he lives in a different state, so that in itself is hard. So I don't get to see him all the time. I don't really get that help all the time because we live in 2 different states. So yeah, so it's hard, it's very hard. Waking up is a task. I just feel tired all the time. I mean, even though I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but still by 9 o'clock, I'm like dead, ready to go back to bed. I feel like I want to stay in bed all day. I'm angry, I'm irritated. I just feel like nothing's going right. I don't want to go to work. And I love my job. I really do love my job, and I just feel like I have so much to do and to handle, to get up and clean up, and I'm not doing things that I usually would do. I usually would get up and clean up, and now it's just like it's just like I almost see why I stayed so long in that broken marriage. Even though it was shitty, that's the perfect word to say it. It was shitty, but I at least had somebody there. I at least had that help, at least had somebody there, and I don't now. And I really truly feel like I don't have nobody. I have friends that I talk to or whatnot, but in reality, I really don't have nobody that I can really just depend on. If I really needed some really money, I don't have nobody. As far as you know, just coming over helping me clean, or just, you know, those little things, you know. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you just have postpartum depression, and I'm just like, well, is it really even postpartum depression if you were depressed before you got pregnant? You know, while you were pregnant? Is it still considered postpartum depression? So, you know, I just feel like it's just a lot of stuff in itself, you know. And then also, I take care of my mom. And a lot of you that don't know, without, you know, putting all my business out there, because, you know, I get those people that be like, why are you telling your business, and why are you complaining, and don't tell your business on social media. Well, to address that, I really don't care, you know. I feel like I'm just not this closed book. Like, me personally, I just feel like you could just connect with so many people out there that's going through the same thing that you are, but you sitting up here just being quiet about it, you know, suffering in silence. And I don't want to suffer in silence no more, because I feel like that's all I'm doing. I'm suffering in silence. You know, I tell people what I'm going through, and it's like, it don't matter. It's like, okay, so other people going through stuff worse. You know, I get that stuff. So it's just like, you know what, if you don't like it, then that's you. But for the people that, you know, are going through the same thing, that, you know, that can relate, that can support me, thank you. For the people that just have, you know, nasty words to say, forget you too. So, and that's how I feel about that situation. But I'm also taking care of my mom, and I'm just so upset when it comes to my mom. Now, here's a little backstory. My mom she's 53 years old, and I just feel like she has completely let herself go. She's not taking care of herself. She literally depends on me to do everything for her. And because she has gotten so used to depending on me, you know, and not taking care of herself, you know, she's not taking her medicine. She's not, you know, doing what she's supposed to do. She ended up having a stroke about 2 years ago. And then, you know, other health issues came on with that, as far as, she developed diabetes, high blood pressure, blood clots. You know, she's on all these different type of medication. And, you know, I'm also her caregiver, so I take care of her. I get paid to take care of her, which is great for the, you know, income wise. And, you know, it's great because I'm there, you know, she lives with me. So it's nice, but at the same token, at times it can be a lot, you know. And a lot of people are like, well, why don't you have somebody else come in and take care of her? Well, once that person leaves and she's, you know, having an aid for 3-4 hours out of the day, you know, I'm still taking care of her. I'm still there, you know. I still have to make sure she takes her medication, you know, even though she told me, oh, I don't need to take that, you know, eating and, you know, drinking and buying stuff that she shouldn't be buying, and eating and stuff like that. And I tell her all the time, you don't need that stuff, you know. You have all these health problems, and, you know, you don't need that. And it's just like, she don't listen, you know. I have to literally force her to take a shower, force her to get up and do things. And, you know, I go and tell people, oh, I think she just might be depressed, you know. And it's just like, well, goddamn, that maybe I'm just depressed, because half the times I don't feel like getting up, you know, taking care of myself. But I do, you know, I have no choice but to get up and take care of myself, because I have kids. And I just feel like she's almost being selfish in a way, because it's like, I still need my mom at times, you know. Like, I should be able to still depend on her, and I can't. It's like I'm taking care of her plus 5 kids, all these people that need me. And it's like, at the end of the day, I need somebody too. Who do I have? Where can I have my outlet, and, you know, release what I'm going through and the stress that I'm going through? You got all these people that depend on me, And then sometimes I just can't depend on myself. I can't even get up. Sometimes it's just hard. But I do it because at the end of the day, if I don't do it, nobody else will. You know, my kids still got to get taken care of. You know, they are my motivation. They are the reason why I get up and work hard and you know, I provide. I do everything for them. I bust my ass to make sure they got everything they need. And sometimes I just feel less of a mother. Like, yes, I buy them and get them everything they need, but there's some days where I just don't even feel like being bothered. I'm just yelling. I just don't feel like I'm being the best mother that I can be, because it's like I'm so overwhelmed. I'm just so overwhelmed with so much that I have to do. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry, don't mind my nails. I need to get them done. But it's just hard, you know. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how do I get out of this state of mind? How do I not be depressed no more? How do I get my energy back? I was supposed to, you know, start my weight loss journey to get this baby weight off me. And I just don't have no motivation to do it. And, you know, there's days where I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. And then I fall off. You know, it's like, I feel like I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions. You know, one day I'm like, okay, I'm good. And the next day I'm just like, I'm irritated, you know, moody. I'm going through this, I'm going through that. It's just like one thing after another. I'm trying to keep afloat even though I'm drowning. You know, trying to maintain even though I'm drowning. How do I maintain without drowning? I just want to get back to a good place. And, you know, some people like talk to a counselor. I do. I talk to a counselor every week. You know, some people say take medication. I'm nervous when it comes to taking medication. I just don't want to be dependent on it. I just don't want something that's going to make me happy. You know, I want that internally. I want to make me happy. Not a pill, not a drug, something that I have to depend on. Well, if I don't take my medicine today, then I'm not going to be happy. I don't want that. Like, I want it eternally. I want it to come from inside of me. So, how do I get my happiness back? How do I get me back? That's the question. How do I become the mom that I want to be? I don't know. I really don't know. But I just wanted to put this out here that whoever is going through something, I love my kids. I love my kids to death. I would be so lost without them. But in the same token, it's hard and it's stressful. And people might be like, well, you wanted that many kids. You decided to have that many kids. It's your fault, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes. Yes, it's my fault. I had these kids. But you know what? I wouldn't change how many kids I have for the world. I love having 5 kids. I love it. It's stressful as hell. Yes. But in the same token, I never thought that I'd be raising 5 kids by myself. And I say yes by myself. Even though They know their dad. He comes around every now and then. But at the end of the day, I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom. I'm raising them by myself. I'm taking care of them by myself. My paychecks, they go to my kids and bills. Like, but I never expected to be taking care of kids by myself. And that's what hurts so much more, you know? And I think that's probably why I stayed as long as I did, because I didn't want my kids growing up in this broken home, or, you know, I didn't want them to just, you know, I didn't want to be just doing it by myself. Even though I was doing it by myself, even when I was married. So, but this is not to throw shade or hate on him or, you know, my kid's father. But I'm just expressing what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing. And you know, I'm still trying to figure it out and navigate it. You know, I'm not trying to complain all the time about, you know, the stress and what I'm going through. But like I said, I don't want to suffer in silence anymore, because I feel like that's what I'm doing. I put on this happy face, like I'm happy, and I'm not. I'm like really breaking apart. And I just feel like I'm just doing this by myself. And it's hard. It's very hard. But I mean, I'll get through it. I know I'll get through it. I know other people has gotten through it. You know, I'm not the first single mom with 5 kids that felt overwhelmed and stressed. And that's another reason why I'm writing this. You know, I want to hear from people like me that has been through this. You know, what did you do to, you know, for an outlet? You know, how did you overcome this? What did you do? You know, I want positive advice. I want encouraging words. You know, I'm tired of hearing negativity. I just feel like my whole life is, you know, nothing but negativity. You know, I just want some positivity. You know, I just want a positive light. Because like I said, you know, being stressed out, being overwhelmed, it's not easy. It's not easy, you know. People like, oh, well, do this with your kids, do this. And I'm doing it. You know, especially like when it comes to cleaning up. I just feel like cleaning my house is a never-ending thing. And I tell my kids to clean up, but you know what they do? They pick up a couple stuff and then they stop. Or they clean up, but it's just like not how an adult would clean up or how I would clean up. You know, so sometimes I just wish I could toss that baton, you know, be like, here, you know, I'm about to go and, you know, have that stress, you know, release. You know, you handle the kids, you handle the household, you know, or you cook dinner tonight. And sometimes I feel like, you know, I'm so grateful for my oldest daughter, Eliza. She's 10. There's a lot of times where she can see that I'm overwhelmed or I'm going through a lot, and she'll, you know, Mom, you need something? You want me to cook dinner? And you know, I don't like having to put so much on her. You know, I feel like, you know, I want her to be a kid as much as possible, but I really do appreciate her. And you know, because she's here for me more than anybody else. I can depend on my daughter more than I can depend on anybody else. So, and that say a lot. But I'm so grateful for her. I appreciate her so much because you know, she helps me out. She looks out for her siblings. And you know, especially when I'm going through those moments where I'm just like, you know what, I don't feel like getting up, I don't feel like cooking, I don't feel like cleaning. You know, I get up and do it, but I just be like dragging my feet when I'm doing it. And I don't know why. I don't know why my brain is just don't want to do nothing. It's frustrating that I feel the way I feel. Very frustrating. But I ain't gonna talk y'all heads off. My kids are probably gonna be coming soon, so I'll catch you guys in another video. Hopefully I can keep on making videos and not just depressing videos like this one, but positive, you know, videos. And comment down, like if you can relate. I want to hear your stories too. I want to hear your advice too. So thank you to all for watching. And yeah, all right, bye guys.